Guys, it is Friday, May 3rd, and on today's show, we talked about
my show ending at 2:30 in the morning at the Magic Castle, and we also talk about a special candy you can only get one place, and we're going to tell you where. Oh, it's Friday, Keith. It's Friday, everybody.
Friday.
The music stops,
Friday.
but the dancing continues.
Friday. The music never stops in our heads. Let's be honest. Come on,
no,
dude.
it's true. I feel like I constantly am told by my wife that I'm singing without even knowing that I was singing. I'll just be walking down the street and bust into like show tunes.
I have the same problem, but you're the only person that I know is worse than me. And I don't know if worse is really the right word because it makes it sound bad. Because it's not. It's just
it's more intense, I suppose.
Yeah. I used to do with my kids when they were little. We used to do musical Mondays.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
They would ask me something. I'd be like, "Sorry, it's musical Monday," and they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You have to sing it to me." And so I would make them sing whatever song. So Dylan, when he was little, he'd be like, "Dad, what's for dinner tonight?" And I'd be like, "I'm making hamburgers. You know, we would sing it back and forth. It was always fun.
Dude, that's fantastic. I want to adopt Musical Monday around
Musical
my house.
Mondays. Yeah, I'm sure your family's going to be so excited.
So pumped.
Dude, today's Friday. We usually talk about things that we're excited about.
Yeah, I love
it. And man, I had a lot of exciting things go on this week.
Tell me about them.
Well, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
Well, I'm excited this week because let's see, what's been so fun. I've been at the Magic Castle, been performing at the Magic Castle. It's like my favorite place ever to perform. And
tell the kids at what time you perform at the Magic Castle.
I'm doing the late shows. So I do 3 shows a night. My first show starts at 10:15 p.m. Second show, 11:15 p.m. Third show, 12:30 a.m. in the morning.
And that is Pacific Standard Time. That is almost the time when these videos come out on YouTube at 4:30 in the morning.
It's crazy. My last show on Friday is my first show on Saturday.
So crazy. Oh my gosh. The castle is so much fun, man. I know whenever I see your posts, I'm like, man, I wish I was there this week.
I know.
And then I'm kind of like, I'm mixed though, because I've gone with you before when you work, and I'm not a late night, early morning person. You know me. I'm kind of grumpy at like 12:30 in the morning, you know?
Well, here's Keith and I went, and after the 12:30 show at 12:50, we walked across the street to my friend's apartment and recorded a podcast till like 2:30 in the morning.
I remember that. Yes.
We got home at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was so weird. I just remembered they're like, "Hey man, you can lay on the couch," and like I'm just like sitting there. So crazy.
I've seen Keith Coast fall asleep while sitting up. It's amazing.
Yeah, and a little drool there.
Just a little drool, but that's part of another bonus of the beard.
Right,
it captures the drool. You don't even know it's. What are you excited about, Mr. Keith?
Okay, so couple things, but probably the most exciting thing, I got to go to one of my favorite cities, Seattle.
Yeah, I love Seattle.
And I love Seattle. And
how long were you in Seattle before you got a cup of coffee?
Oh, dude, I was drinking coffee before Seattle, bro.
No, I know, but like, I know you landed.
Hold on. I landed. Oh my gosh, dude, I totally didn't even tell you the story.
No.
Oh, man, this was like, I may have to save it for the next adventure or whatever. But okay, so I landed at like 11:15 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
And I was at the Starbucks roastery by 2 p.m.
Yeah. The roastery is where they like do it all.
Oh man, they've got pizza by the slice, and they've got the whole siphon experience. It's so here's what happened. I call a buddy of mine. We were there for a conference, and I call my buddy Josh, and he's like, "Hey, bro," he goes, "Do you have a car?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Hey, can we go pick up some liquid nitrogen?" And I'm like,
This is a normal request for someone to ask of Keith Coast.
Well, here's what's funny. So Josh is he's a science guy, and he does a science show, and he's really great at what he does. And I also too use liquid nitrogen from time to time. It's you got to be careful with it. You got to be careful with it, but you can do some amazing things with it. It's so funny because like I'm the only other person in the world that he could call that time and be like, no judgment. I know what you need. We got this.
I know where to get it.
Yeah. So I was excited to go to the roastery and have some coffee. But after we left, my rental car broke down.
That's right. That never happens.
No,
most rental cars are brand new.
No, remind me, and I'll talk about, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. This has to be for the Saturday episode or something because there's just too much that happened.
Too much going on.
Because the exciting part I got to show you that I got to was
what is it?
that Sunday there. My buddy, actually, it's our friend Blake. All right, Blake. We went and got some dim sum, which is like
delicious.
We don't have dim sum in Oklahoma, and it's
a full experience. It's more than a meal. It's like a journey.
Yeah, it's the only meal I ate that entire day. I'll just say that. But we were walking, and I say walking, waddling back to the car, and all of a sudden I screamed, "Daiso!" And Blake goes, "What's Daiso?" And I'm like, "What? You don't know what Daiso is?"
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, Daiso is like a Japanese dollar store.
Oh, it's amazing.
And
the stuff is so much better than our dollar store.
Yeah, but Taylor, you and Katie are the ones that showed my family Daiso.
Yeah.
Years ago, right?
And we went in there. We were probably in there for an hour and a half.
Oh, dude, crazy.
Tiny little store.
Yeah. So check this out, Taylor. You totally got me hooked on these little bags, these little zipper bags.
Oh, I love those little zipper bags.
Dude, I got like all these bags. These bags are what I use to pack like balloons and magic tricks in and stuff.
Yeah, they're like unbreakable Ziploc bags. They're amazing.
Yeah, except the zippers do break down after a while, but they're still really great. So I'm going to there. Okay, but the biggest surprise of all, bro, I tried this candy, and I'm not a really big fan of like sweet candies and stuff like that.
Is it Haichu?
They're like Haichu.
Okay.
But they're called, let me grab one here. Puchao. All right.
Oh.
They're like a Haichu, but can we say better on here? I mean, like, they're ridiculously good.
You can say allegedly better.
They're allegedly by my personal taste.
So I'm gonna go to Daiso and I'm gonna get some Puchao.
Puchao, look.
Boom.
Dude. And so then in Daiso, I'm like, Puchao! And Blake's like, he goes, dude, what? And so I ended up buying an entire case of this stuff because I can't find it anywhere, Taylor. I've looked. I love
that you bought a case and it's already halfway gone.
Yeah, I know. And here's what's funny is that I'm actually I would have bought more, but I was like so pressed for space on this trip. I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna be back in Seattle next month. So I'm coming straight back to Daiso, and I'm loading up on some Puchao. All right.
Well, right. People, you know what I want to know? I want to know what candies other people have heard of that we haven't heard of. I want to know what candy gets you the most excited when you go to the store. Put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know, guys. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. So let us know in the comments. Let us know on the hotline. Let us know on the podcast review. Let us know what's your favorite candy. What are you excited about this Friday? Share it with us. And Taylor, what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow's our big, super amazing, colossal Saturday episode.
That's right. It's like 30 minutes of amazingness of Keith and Taylor just talking
about weird things.
That's right. That's right. And I promise you, I'll tell you more about my trip in the car breaking down because it was insane. It was so much fun.
Keith, I just realized I don't have my top headband of my headphones there, and I look like Princess Leia.
You so do. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Okay. Or
know. I'm like, yeah.